Hello and welcome to this video where I will explain the recent changes in permanent residency visas such as subclass 190, 189, and 491. These visas are for skilled workers who want to live and work in Australia permanently. If you are interested in applying for one of these visas, you need to know the latest updates and requirements that affect your eligibility and chances of success on Department of Home Affairs official website, the link of which is mentioned in the description. In this video, I will cover all the details that you need to lodge your visa application, such as the points system, the occupation lists, the invitation rounds, and the processing times as of today. Please be advised that the specific details could subjected to change over the period of time. By the end of this video, you will have a clear understanding of how to apply for your desired visa and what to expect from the process, so keep watching till end. Let's start with the subclass 189 visa, which is an independent skilled visa that does not require sponsorship from an employer, a state or territory government, or a family member. This visa is for people who have an occupation that is in demand in Australia and who meet the minimum points score of 65. The points are awarded based on factors such as age, education, work experience, English language ability, and other criteria. You can check your points score using the online calculator on the Department of Home Affairs website. You can access the link in the description of this video. To apply for this visa, you need to submit an expression of interest (EOI) through SkillSelect, which is an online system that allows you to indicate your interest in migrating to Australia. You need to provide information about your skills, qualifications, and work experience, as well as select the visa subclass that you want to apply for. You also need to have a positive skills assessment from a relevant assessing authority for your nominated occupation and meet the English language requirement of at least competent level. Once you submit your EOI, you will be ranked against other applicants based on your points score. Every month, the Department of Home Affairs invites the highest-ranked applicants to apply for the visa. The number of invitations issued each month depends on the availability of places in the migration program and the demand for certain occupations. You can check the latest invitation round results on the Department of Home Affairs website. If you receive an invitation, you have 60 days to lodge your visa application online. You need to provide evidence of your claims in your EOI, such as your identity documents, education certificates, work references, skills assessment result, English test result, and other relevant documents. You also need to pay the visa application charges for the main applicant and additional charges for any dependents. The processing time for this visa varies depending on the number of applications received and the complexity of each case. The current processing time is between 9 and 15 months for 75% of applications and between 12 and 21 months for 90% of applications. You can check the status of your application online using your IMI account. Let's discuss subclass 190. The subclass 190 visa is a state-nominated skilled visa that requires sponsorship from a state or territory government. This visa is for people who have an occupation that is on the state or territory occupation list and who meet the minimum points score of 65 plus 5 points for state nomination. The points are awarded based on the same factors as the subclass 189 visa. To apply for this visa, you need to follow a similar process as the subclass 189 visa. You need to submit an EOI through SkillSelect and select the state or territory that you want to be nominated by. You also need to have a positive skills assessment and meet the English language requirement. However, before you submit your EOI, you need to check the eligibility criteria and nomination requirements for each state or territory that you are interested in. Each state or territory has its own occupation list and may have additional criteria such as work experience in Australia or overseas, job offer in Australia or overseas, minimum income threshold, commitment to live and work in that state or territory for a certain period of time, etc. You can find more information about each state or territory nomination program on their respective websites. Once you submit your EOI, you will be ranked against other applicants based on your points score. The state or territory government will then select and nominate applicants who meet their requirements. The number of nominations issued each month depends on the availability of places in the migration program and the demand for certain occupations in each state or territory. If you receive a nomination from a state or territory government, you will also receive an invitation from SkillSelect to apply for the visa. You have 60 days to lodge your visa application online with the same evidence. Lastly, the subclass 491 visa. The subclass 491 visa is a provisional visa that allows points-tested skilled workers and their families to live, study and work in designated regional areas for a period of 5 years. The subclass 491 visa also provides a pathway to permanent residency through the Permanent Residence Skilled Regional Visa, subclass 191, which will be available from November 2022. So what are the benefits of applying for a subclass 491 visa? Well, there are many advantages, such as you can choose from a wider range of occupations than other skilled visas, as each state and territory has its own occupation list for this visa. You can get extra points for being nominated by a state or territory government or sponsored by an eligible family member living in regional Australia. You can access priority processing of your visa application by Home Affairs. You can enjoy lower living costs, less traffic and more natural beauty in regional Australia. You can access regional incentives such as scholarships, grants and reduced fees for education and health services. Sounds great, right? But how do you apply for a subclass 491 visa? Well, there are 2 main steps. Step 1. Submit an expression of interest (EOI) through SkillSelect. This is an online system where you provide information about your skills, qualifications, work experience and English language ability. You also indicate which state or territory you are interested in applying for nomination or sponsorship. You will then receive a score based on your EOI details. The minimum score required is 65 points, but you may need more depending on the demand for your occupation and the competition from other applicants. Step 2. Receive an invitation to apply for the visa. This can happen in 2 ways. If you are nominated by a state or territory government, you will receive an invitation from Home Affairs to apply for the visa within 60 days of being nominated. If you are sponsored by an eligible family member living in regional Australia, you will receive an invitation from Home Affairs to apply for the visa within 14 days of being sponsored. Once you receive an invitation, you must lodge your visa application online through IMI account within the specified timeframe. You will need to provide evidence of your identity, skills, qualifications, work experience, English language ability, health and character. You will also need to pay the visa application charges for the main applicant. The processing time for subclass 491 visa applications varies depending on the complexity of your case and the number of applications received by Home Affairs. However, you can expect to receive a decision within 6 to 9 months of lodging your application. If your application is successful, you will be granted a subclass 491 visa that allows you to live, study and work in any designated regional area of Australia for 5 years. You must comply with certain conditions while holding this visa, such as you must live and work only in a designated regional area of Australia. Currently, all areas of Australia except Sydney, Melbourne and Brisbane are designated as regional areas. You must notify Home Affairs of any changes in your circumstances, such as your address, employer or family members. You must not apply for another skilled visa or certain other visas while holding this visa. If you want to apply for permanent residency through the subclass 191 visa after holding your subclass 491 visa for at least 3 years, you must also meet certain requirements, such as you must have earned a minimum taxable income of $53,900 Australian dollars per year for at least 3 years while holding your subclass 491 visa. 1. You must have complied with all the conditions of your subclass 491 visa. 2. You must meet any other criteria specified by Home Affairs at the time of applying. The subclass 191 visa will be available from November 2022 and will have no application fee. Well, that's all for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it and learned something new. If you did, please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for more content like this. Also, don't forget to hit the bell icon to get notified whenever I upload a new video. I would love to hear your thoughts and feedback in the comments section below. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.